Okay, so I'm making a quick video so you can have the audio to listen to about the orientation PowerPoint, and I'll make them for the other PowerPoints too. So the first slide just covers expectation and tips. It has my name, it has my office phone number, which is 240-500-2477, and you can call and leave a message if I'm not here. My office is on the 4th floor of the STEM building in room 419, and my email is cadove@hagerstowncc.edu. Okay, so the next slide just says this is a set of PowerPoint notes that contains information about our hybrid class. So the lecture component of the class is going to be online, and we're only going to use Moodle. We're not using any of the My Math Lab or anything, just Moodle. And the lab component's face-to-face. So we'll meet in STEM 302, so that's on the 3rd floor. And it's a lab, so you can't have food or drink in there. Okay, so Moodle. This is just a slide about Moodle. So online quizzes on Moodle, I find they work best if you're in Firefox. So Firefox works well. Chrome is pretty good. I usually try to stay away from Explorer because sometimes the questions don't work right. Now, if you have questions about Moodle itself, you either need to let me know, but it might be better to get in touch with Learning Technologies. So you can call them at 240-500-2587, or their email is distlearn, so DISTLEARN @hagerstowncc.edu. Okay, now the textbook for the class is Forensic Science from the Crime Scene, which I have spelled wrong in the slide. Oh, that's embarrassing. To the Crime Lab. It's the 3rd edition, and the author of the book is Saferstein. He's the expert, so he's considered the expert of these criminal forensic science classes. So he's written criminalistics, and he's the person that's the expert. Now, the book is available in a bound version, so you could buy it in a loose leaf binder version, which I think is at the bookstore, or you could get it as an ebook. The HCC bookstore has the binder version, but if you want to rent it, you can rent it. We're not going to use an access code with it. The lab materials are going to be available on Moodle. As we get going, I'm going to have you guys print out the parts that you're going to write on, but we won't be doing that this week, so I'll bring things for you this week. Okay, so I'm going to bring a hard copy of course guidelines to you in lab so we can go over them. The course guidelines have the expectations as well as the due dates. I will post an announcement on Moodle each week so that you can check and see what's going on, and then make sure you check your HCC email. You want to make sure that you read your course guidelines carefully, thoroughly, because it's got all the policies. When you're working on the website, make sure, and you have assignments, make sure you take your time and read the instructions so you know what's expected. Okay, so you need to be able to use your HCC email. That's what Moodle is linked to, and that's how I'm going to communicate with you. We have to, because of privacy, we have to ensure that we're talking to the student, so they do that by using your HCC email. Okay, so my office information's on here again, so 240-500-2477 if you need to call me, or you can email me. Okay, so each week I'm going to post the assignments in details. Unless something weird happens, everything will be due on Sunday evenings at 11:55 p.m. The news forms will be mailed to your student email address. Usually when I put an assignment in Moodle, it gets linked to the Moodle calendar and you can see what's due. However, for some reason, forms don't show up in there, so you have to look at the list of what's due in order to make sure that you get the forms. There'll be forms every other week. So for each chapter, you're going to have a reading assignment in the book. So the chapters aren't very long, although the text is a little dense. It's kind of hard to see. And then So you read the chapter or the PowerPoint notes, and the Moodle quiz will be what's graded. Moodle quizzes will be due Sunday evenings at 11:55. So forms will be assigned every other week. Okay, so online etiquette expectations. The idea is that you're going to use appropriate language and grammar. Would love for you to proofread your work before you hit send. With Moodle, you have 15 minutes to edit your work before it's sent. So I want to be able to read it. It should have appropriate punctuation. It should have appropriate capitalization. Okay, treat others civilly. Hopefully this class doesn't get too contentious. If you have to, I ask for people to, if I ask you to provide feedback, you need to critique ideas, not people. If you don't understand, ask questions and try to clarify and advance your understanding. It's okay not to know. Sometimes I definitely don't know. It's okay to disagree or to agree, but explain it and explain it in a reasonable manner. We need to be kind to each other. Okay, so cheating and plagiarism. So I want you to work on your own assignments. For the forums, you're going to do some forums, and some of the forums will involve a little bit of research on the internet. And I want you to take that information and put it into your own words. I don't want you to copy and paste it from a website and try to tell me that that's yours. Because if I find it, and Google is really good at looking for things like that, if I find that you've just copied and pasted, you're going to get a 0 on the assignment. Okay, so tips for success. So the idea behind these online classes, in my mind, is we want you to log in to the course frequently. So try to be checking up and being aware of what's going on online. I have login every day, but basically I try to put things on at the beginning of the week. If I update something, I'm going to send you an email through the announcements. I call the announcements a news forum, but the announcements are the news forum. I try to put, if something's updated, I put it on there to say, hey, and that'll send you an email, and that'll be your reminder. Now, the experts say that frequent login and interaction online, so they say get on, spend 20 or 30 minutes. That's preferred to get more out of the class than compared to being logged in like for a long period of time, like on Sunday night when it's all due. Okay, so this is repeated again. So the frequency of login and participation are essential for engagement and interaction. It will help us that we get to see each other in lab so we can ask questions and clarify things. Try not to procrastinate, which I'm really bad about that. So I'm the queen of procrastination. But it's important not to wait until the last minute to complete your work, because sometimes it does get you in trouble, and I definitely understand that. I have a lot of links on here, and I was talking to a person I know, and he works from home. So he works online from home, and he has like 2 master's degrees that he obtained online. And one of the things that he says he found when he was taking his online classes that really helped him is that he was into it to get his money's worth. So he clicked on everything that the teacher put up. So if she put up a video, he played the video. If he put up a link to a website, he looked at the website. So he really that made an impression on me when he said that. So try to take full advantage of everything that we're offering you. Okay, so tips for success: have a backup plan in case you have a problem with your computer. So my battery died or my system crashed are not acceptable excuses, although sometimes bad things happen, like with the Antietam cable, and we get stuck. So if something happens, we can work around things. But I don't want to have to be hearing the same excuse every week from somebody. The Learning Support Center is open 7 days a week, so you can come on campus and use that resource. So I also put use the extra materials I post and ask for help if you find you're getting in trouble, because sometimes I don't know what's going on with you, so you need to let me know so I can help you or find help for you. Okay, so what's expected from an online student? You're expected to know how to retrieve and save a document. You need to know how to copy, paste, and use the right-click function of the mouse. You should be able to tell the difference between different kinds of files, maybe how to upload an assignment to Moodle, and how to navigate the internet. So you need to be able to use your computer. Okay, one helpful hint that it helps with file organization is create a folder on your desktop for the class that you're taking. And then, so to do that, you just right click on the background of your desktop and select New and Folder, and then name the folder after the class. And then you can save all the files, like the little image I have on here. You can save all the files that we're working on for that class in that folder. It'll just make it easier to access them. Okay, so that's what I jumped the gun. So save all the course documents inside your desktop folder. So it'll just make it easier to find everything. That's what I'm trying to say here. That's just a hint. I'm definitely not an expert at file management. Okay, so you're going to need to come to campus for lab and for exams. My plan is to put the lecture exams in the academic testing center, and the lab exams will be done in lab. There are deadlines each week, so you can't wait until the end of the semester and try to do all the work. So you have to meet the deadlines. And if everything is going the way it's supposed to, there'll be Sunday night at midnight. Can you work at your own pace? You're going to have assignments each week. You can't do anything after a deadline, but you could work ahead if I get ahead of you. Okay, now, is this class going to take less time than a traditional lecture? Most people believe an online course takes more time than a face-to-face. It just allows you to have more flexibility, so you can log on whenever you need to, like if your child is asleep or if you're at home and you can't get to campus, you could log on then. Okay, so if you miss a deadline, extensions can be given. I'm usually too nice. So you're going to have a week to complete all assignments, so try not to wait until the last minute. So I don't want to be giving extensions to everybody every week, or we'll lose our mind. So they'll only be given in extreme circumstances. Okay, you do not have to be online at certain times. If a class is purely online, we can have a discussion time where we could set up a live chat. But since we're meeting face to face for lab, I think we'll be fine. Okay, now these are what I'm always telling everybody. So be patient. Try not to get frustrated. Ask questions, and everything will work out.